In the last century, Nigeria's labor movement has played a vital role in the nation's development, fighting for the rights of workers and ensuring that these rights are not being trampled upon by successive governments. The struggle for labor unionism began as early as 1912 with the Southern Nigeria Civil Service Union and the then merger of the Railway Workers Union with the Nigerian Union of Teachers in 1931. The sacrifices of many of these workers have continued to stand as a beacon of hope. The Railway Workers Movement, which became the first to gain legal recognition after being registered under the Trade Union Ordinance of 1938, gained momentum in the 1940s when workers across Nigeria launched a general strike against colonial rule. Under the leadership of Michael Imodo, the union witnessed significant strides, from demanding higher wages and the casualization of workers to the push for improved working conditions.
The ideals that led to the emergence of the trade union globally were the same ideals that led to the emergence of trade unions in Nigeria.
We note that labor played a central role in the fight, in the struggle against colonial rule, in the struggle against military rule, and then undemocratic governance processes.
The turning point for labor unionism came in 1978 when four major labor groups merged to form the Nigeria Labour Congress under the leadership of Wahab Jonathan, a seasoned unionist and former president of the United Labour Congress. However, internal power struggles and political interference led to the premature dissolution of his leadership by military government of General Olusegun Obasanjo. In the wake of that dissolution, Hassan Sumunu, a trained engineer and strong workers' advocate who brought stability to the Congress, was appointed as the substantive president of the NLC. Under his leadership from 1978 to 1984, the NLC launched several campaigns for improved working conditions, including the historic 1981 nationwide strike, demanding a national minimum wage and uniform salary structure that later birthed the first minimum wage acts. In the 70s, 80s, 90s, and into the 2000s, Nigeria's labor unions became formidable voices for workers' rights, compelling government actions on issues like minimum wage, pensions, and improved working conditions. One prominent name among those who led key struggles is Ali Chiroma, whose leadership opposed the structural adjustment program under military ruler Ibrahim Babangida, which eventually led to the suspension of the union in 1988. Pascal Bafion is immortalized through the National NLC headquarters built during his tenure. Between August and December 1993, the NLC under Bafion led two major strikes, first against fuel price hikes, and second, over dissatisfaction with the interim national government set by the then former head of state, Babangida. These actions led to another suspension of the labor movement in 1994 under General Sani Abacha. Adams Oshomole had his most heroic moment as NLC president. Under his leadership, workers embarked on 7 general strikes demanding better wages, resisting the regulation of the oil sector, and pushing back against the continued implementation of the nation's structural adjustment policies. The biggest general strike in post-independence Nigeria occurred under Abdulwahib Umar during the Goodluck Jonathan administration, following the removal of fuel subsidy and a spike in petrol prices. Ironically, Oshomole, then governor of Edo State, helped to broker peace between the protesting labor leaders and the federal government. While the struggles have not been entirely fruitless, many unionists today believe that the government still views unions as adversaries rather than partners in national development.
From beginning till now, didn't you hear how the NSC president was beaten up in Ora? These are hostilities.
We also remember what happened to the president of the Nigerian Labour Congress while he was on his way to represent Nigerian workers in an international trade union conference going on in UK. We remember the outreach by the whole world and by Nigerian workers. All these ones are testimonies to how this particular government has treated us.
Despite the numerous setbacks, the labor movement has secured vital gains. But sustaining these victories requires a new kind of resilience and approach.
It is very, very important for labor to continue to organize, working with the civil society organizations, students' union movement, which used to be a major backup, for the labor congress in the past.
As Nigeria continues to evolve, so too must its labor movement. The fight for workers' rights is far from over, and the labor movement must once again rise to become not just a protest voice, but the conscience of the nation's progress. In Abuja for News Central, Idong Joseph.